The Whitworth Hall, with seating for over 1,000, is used for large gatherings and university ceremonials, such as the conferment of degrees. The degree ceremony opens with a procession led by 2 students carrying wands with lictors' badges. These badges were presented to the university in 1926 by Thomas Brown and Sons. The serpent is the crest of the Duke of Devonshire, the first president of Owens College. The rising sun is pure symbolism for growing enlightenment, leading to the Latin inscription Arduus ad solem, striving to the sun. An alternative northern translation might be, you don't get out for nout. The Latin inscription on the other badge is Honestas optima politia. Honesty is the best policy. The group following the leaders consists of representatives from the Committee of Convocation, teaching and administrative staff of the university, and heads of halls of residence. Convocation is the body of university graduates and current academic staff. A second group, led by student stewards carrying wands, follows with representatives from Court, the supreme governing body of the university, and Senate, the academic body responsible for exams, teaching and research. Also in this group are the academics who will present the graduands for their awards. Next in the procession comes a student bearing the mace, which is made of solid silver. The main body of the head is decorated in applied gold, with the arms of the university. Of the former Victoria University, Owens College Manchester, University College Liverpool and Yorkshire College Leeds, and the City of Manchester. Busy bees, a feature of the crest of the Manchester City Arms, and the double rose, representing the Union of Lancaster and York, are also applied in gold. The serpent from the Duke of Devonshire's arms completes Mr. Leslie Durbin's design of the mace. The mace bearer leads the Vice-Chancellor, or one of the Pro-Vice-Chancellors, who is the presiding officer of the ceremony and who will present the degrees on behalf of the university. The procession is completed by the registrar, or his representative. All the students taking part in the procession are volunteers from the university student body. The ceremony closes with the Latin quotation Salva sit universitas, nostra Mancuniensis, hoc precantis consugamus, which translates to, Long live our University of Manchester. So saying, let us stand.
ladies and gentlemen, can I welcome you very warmly to this occasion today. At least we've seen a bit of the sun today. It was very, very soggy yesterday. This is a celebration. It's a celebration of success and achievement. Success for the graduands after a few years of really hard work. Lots of joy, we hope, and in many cases, pretty hard financial circumstances. We sincerely hope that in the years to come, you, the graduands, will look back with pleasure on the time you spent in your university. Success, too, for the families and friends of the graduands, because your support has been vital and is greatly appreciated, not only by the graduands, but by the university too. People often refer these days to the old universities and to the new universities. That is, the new universities, those which were until very recently called polytechnics. Manchester is referred to as an old university. In fact, it's approaching only its 150th birthday. It was founded in 1851 after a Manchester merchant called John Owens left a bequest of £92,000 for that purpose. John Owens, when he left this bequest, he said that he hoped that the university which would be created with his money would be something like Oxford and Cambridge, which are very old, which are really old, dating from the 12th and 13th centuries. And in Scotland, universities of Aberdeen, Glasgow and St Andrews came along in the 15th century and Edinburgh in the 16th century. So by comparison with these ancient institutions, Manchester is a comparative youngster. But it is the oldest of the great civic universities in England, and indeed, in a sense, it's a mother to two of them, Liverpool and Leeds, which until the turn of the century, Liverpool was the Liverpool College, and Leeds was the Yorkshire College, and together with the founding Owens College here in Manchester, they formed the Victoria University. And just after the turn of the century, they had their own charters, and they went off and became the universities of Liverpool and Leeds. In any event, although not ancient, the University of Manchester has lived long enough to build a remarkable reputation throughout the world for the excellence of its teaching and its research, and for the fostering of famous and distinguished academics in almost any discipline you care to mention. Universities become famous, I think, not usually for the high quality of their teaching, but for major contributions to innovation, invention, and research. But the truth seems to be that good research and good teaching are frequently partners in the same institution. I think most academics have always maintained that this is true on the basis that people who are struggling to discover something new and extend knowledge or deepen scholarship are likely to transmit enthusiasm, excitement, and some of that depth to their students. And this is seen as a major benefit in a research-led university like this one, a value added to the research itself. You're probably aware that universities in the UK are now subjected to the closest scrutiny by external assessors with regard to the quality of their research and their teaching in every single subject department. Judgments are made and become public. These verdicts now support the view that good research and good teaching do go hand in hand. The correlation is very strong. So Manchester can look back with pride, but that pride in the past has become less important than confidence in the future. It is to the future that we must urgently direct our thoughts and our thinking with the greatest vigor, because there is little doubt that our ability to maintain the highest standards of teaching, learning, and research is threatened by the resourcing difficulties we now face in the HE sector. Of course, we're not alone. Every university in the UK, and there are now more than 100 universities with a considerable diversity in their missions, is seeking to find ways of dealing with the continuing reduction in government funding, which has been taking place for the last 15 years, and which took quite a spectacular dive in the November 1995 budget. Universities, just to give you an example, universities now receive 28% less money per student in real terms than they did in 1990. And that doesn't take account of the fact that the reductions have been going on for the previous 10 years. Now, I think quite unusually, the national debate presently taking place about education is concerned with every element of the system: preschool, primary school, secondary school, and tertiary. It's unusual because it includes tertiary education, which is normally the quiet sector, or perhaps more accurately, the unheard sector of the system. Now, one might hope, I suppose, that the inclusion of tertiary education in this debate signals a recognition of its vital importance to the welfare of the nation. It's perhaps more likely that it's due to the suggestion that universities might be driven to charge additional fees, because that's what hit the headlines. Tertiary education, that is all post-secondary education, has a wide range. It includes continuing and adult education in its various forms, further education, and higher education, that is the universities. It does seem right that anyone who can benefit from tertiary education should have access to it at the point appropriate to the individual. If that view is accepted, it amounts to an expansionist policy, a policy which can be defended, I think, very robustly on grounds of national wealth creation and fairness to the individual. As far as the funding of universities and their students is concerned, it seems reasonable to question whether a funding system designed to support universities and students when 5% of 18-year-olds went into higher education can sustain adequate levels of state-provided student fees, student maintenance, and university costs when over 30% of our 18-year-old population comes into the universities. And that's the situation now. If this percentage is only maintained, and the CBI is calling for an increase to 40%, because we are approaching an increase in the size of the 18-year-old cohort, the number of students will have to increase anyway. Now, the mission of this university is really very simple. It is that, in spite of the financial difficulties, it must retain its stature as an international university, as a national university, and as a regional university. And in my view, that is the priority order. Our products are research and teaching. And like any company or institution which must compete internationally, these products must be of world-class quality. It seems that any ambition less than that is not worthwhile. Now, this leads to obvious consequences. It means that we must continue to attract the best staff to carry out our research and our teaching. We must continue to recruit good students from home and overseas and continue to provide a correspondingly good learning environment for them. We must maintain the infrastructure to support that environment. Now that's our wish list, and somehow we've got to find strategies and help to make it affordable. The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Leeds has recently published his estimate that in order to maintain standards and assuming that the universities operate at maximum efficiency, which we're desperately trying to do all the time, and continue to earn industrial research contract money at the levels we earn it at the moment, given those things, the higher education sector as a whole has an immediate need of about £1 billion and a subsequent recurrent need of about 350 million. So where does the solution lie? Do we look to the exchequer for more money? Do we seek a redistribution of the available national cash, which will change the nature of some universities without doubt? Do we look to industry, or do we look to the students themselves? This is the fundamental question we're addressing, and the one to which the recently appointed Deering Committee must help us to find the answer. It is interesting to note that our concerns in the UK find echoes in many countries around the world at the moment where the proper expansion in higher education is causing very similar problems. I just thought you might be interested to know where we stand on what is the major, as far as we're concerned, the major concern at the moment. However, now I would like to go back to the celebration bit, if I might, and then on a cheerful note, we would like to say to the graduates, on behalf of everybody here, everybody in the university, all the staff, and I'm sure on behalf of their friends and families, offer our congratulations, warm congratulations to every one of you, to wish you well and pray that you will have a happy and prosperous future when you leave us. I would urge you, please accept the invitation which you will receive to join the Manchester alumni, and through that alumni, keep in touch with what we're up to in your absence. Thank you very much.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Lyle Ingram Anderson. Rajiv Bala. Peter Bispom. Attia Butmelin. Mark John Burton. Jane Caroline Butterworth. Anthony William John Cook. David John Dalrymple. Stephen Dalton. Julie Rosalind Das. Benjamin James Devenish. Stuart Paul Shore Ayres. Leandro Farina. Philip James Forward. Gavin James Gall. James Magnus Wilson Hanmer. David Robert Henstock. David William Hayes. Karen Ann Hudson Edwards. Sharon Elke Yeager. Carl Warren Jenkins. James Owen Kidwell. Samantha Jane King. Stephen Fergus Knott. Xiu Cheng Liu. Nathaniel Oliver John Malcolm. Martin David McGinn. Jonathan McMaster. Ben James Miller. Catherine Morris. Richard Philip Noyes. Howell Leroy Owen. John William Palmer. Christopher Ian Parkinson. Julian Paul Phillips. Lee James Powell. Robert Mark Pratt. Martin Proudmore. Mark Dieter Rann. Nagila Maria Ponte Silva Ricardo. Wendy K. Robinson. Kamurat Thanaprapazar. Mark Jonathan Voden. David Lowndes Williams. Lynn Elizabeth Witherow. Julie Ann Weiber. Zhu Yang. And for the degree of Master of Science, Indra Baines. Tracy Patricia Clark. Michael Richard Clive. Guy Christopher Cook. Simon Thomas Crook. Julia Deacon. Tracy Louise Dempsey. Michelle Ann Felton. Cesare Guardino. I beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen, and to Dermot. Dermot Brendan Glennon. Marcus John Hill. Jonathan Ashley Hoddinott. Tracy Victoria Harwood. Robert Jones. Stella Maddie Jocelyn. Claire Loftus. Jean Mary Marsh. Anne Nicola McCardle. Mark James Mitchell. Richard Neil Ogley. Stella Jane Pickard. Raymond Vivian Roth. Sarah Louise Verbicas. And Urban Weber.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Faculty of Science and Engineering in Aerospace Engineering, Dinesh Sidhu. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Faculty of Science and Engineering with honours in Mathematics, Nanak Chan Devendra Pal Singh Binder. Neil Edward George Crickmore. Sally Elizabeth Easton. Daniel Noel Hurley. Howard Anthony Jackson. Adam James Mayers. Julian Daniel Oberman. Nicola Pinder. Michael John William Quinn. Stephen James Sage. Colette Phyllis Stack. Adnan Wadood. Richard Leonard Annis. Claire Nicola Appleton. Simon Michael Barnett. Amanrup Singh Bahut. Adrian Eric Blake. Charlotte H. Bone.
Special clap. Congratulations.
Stephen Paul Brown. Nicholas Paul Burgess.
Congratulations.
Louise Joy Burlinson. Helen Jane Campbell. Susan Claire Castle. Jane Alexandra Clark. Lawrence James Daniel.
Congratulations.
Fiona Charlotte Dendy. Matthew Dilwyn Evans. Saffron Everett. Elaine Fong. Vincent James Green.
Congratulations.
Hannah Megan Griffiths. Peter Bernard James Lackey. Peter Lang. Anthony Scott Miller.
Congratulations.
Gail Mawson. Sally Jane Parkinson. Matthew Alexander Prigmore. Divyesh Rivalia. Mark James Scully. Julie Ann Westwood. Lisa A. Whaley. Dominic Alexander Adams. Nicholas Paul Apsley. Rachel Louise Barler. Gerald Christopher Barnes. Claire Maria Baxter. Emma Jane Corlett. Lee Andrew Darling. Russell Allen Farnell. Derek Andrew Gare. Laura Marita Greenland. James Robert Hayes. Barry David Illingworth. Sarah Jones. Howard Spencer Leach. Darren John Moore. David Edward Moss. Paul James Onslow. Ruth Emma Pownell. Frederick Ekondayo Richards. Denver Justus Roberts. Christopher Edward Rowe. James Hedden Scully. Helen Shiki. Philip Neal Shepherd. Jason Spires.
Well done.
Daniel Ferguson Stoddart.
Congratulations.
Rosalind Elizabeth Watson.
Congratulations.
Nicola Jane Young.
Hello. Congratulations.
David Andrew Clapham.
Congratulations.
Daniel Collinson.
Congratulations.
Matthew James Foster.
Congratulations, Mr. James.
Robert Andrew Halcroft.
Well done.
Kieran Paul Hurst.
Congratulations.
Anne Margaret Kelly.
Well done. Congratulations.
Lindsay Marie Kelly.
Congratulations.
Anthony Paul Mapleston.
Congratulations.
Andrew Charles Miller.
Congratulations.
Jacqueline Louise Rogers. Darren James Rutter.
Well done. Congratulations.
David James Christopher Sharp. Rachel Ann Simpson.
Congratulations.
Jonathan Smith. John Paul Christopher Taylor. Louise Tranter.
You made it. Congratulations.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Helen Marie Munsnicki. Russell Lee Sheffier.
Congratulations.
And for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Mathematics and Philosophy, Matthew James Patrick Clark.
Congratulations.
Mark Leonard Patrick Fossey.
Many congratulations.
Neil James Maquette.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Hilary Yarker.
Congratulations.
And in Mathematics with a Modern Language, Nathan Stamp.
Congratulations.
Salvasit Universitas Nostra Mancuniensis, hoc precantes consagamus.
So now you're leaving the university and going out into the world. All of us in the university wish you the very best of luck. We're sure that you'll do really well. When you graduate, as you've just done, you automatically join a body of graduates called Convocation. Through Convocation and through the programme of events organised by the Alumni Officer, you'll be able to keep in touch with us and, we hope, share with us news of your progress. From time to time, the university publishes Manchester Graduate, which will tell you what's happening within the university, what's new, what's going on, how we're changing, how we're keeping up with the times, and how some of your contemporaries are faring. Now more than ever, one of the most important parts of the university consists of its graduates, taking forward the name of the university along with their own achievements in every country of the world. Do keep in touch with your colleagues and your teachers, with your hall or with your department. We value that link, and we hope you will too. And now the world awaits you. We wish you every success and happiness in the years ahead.